do not trust somebody that slips that quickly through so many personalities. There was nothing about her upbringing, extraordinarily wealthy. Just she was sworn in Congress as an Indian American. Her mother is Indian. She grew up with an Indian experience and was proud of that until she ran for office for president of the United States. And that is something that I am not comfortable with. I do not accept this narrative that she should be speaking about herself as a black woman. It's not okay, and I fully reject it.
Okay.
He is not looking out for folks when he was a landlord and would not rent to black families.
And we back with another Piers Morgan. You know they call him uncensored, but somehow Jay-Z censored him. I don't know how that works out. But right now we're about to react to Candace Owens, Mark Lamont Hill, and Lord Jamal as they explain what Obama did trying to save Kamala Harris, where it kind of really left a bad taste in the black community because it seems like they're telling us how to think and how to react. And that's not a good look right there. That's back into slave man mentality. So let me go ahead and press play, show you exactly what I'm talking about. Don't forget, if you like reactions like this, consider hitting that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell. Let's see how this is about to play out.
It's Lord Jamal, who we interviewed recently about Diddy and who went viral this week for his comments on Kamala Harris, which I'll come to in a moment. But Lord Jamal, first of all, you've been listening to this debate we've been having. What is your view about where we are with this Diddy scandal?
It's been quite a debate. I'm not surprised with everything that's going on with Diddy. I do feel his peers should speak out, black, white, or indifferent. What he's done, what he's being accused of doing is reprehensible, and we need to speak out about it.
Do you think he's coming out of prison, or is that it for him?
I don't know. It looks bad for him. Yeah. I don't know if he doesn't seem like the type that would do well in prison, in my mind. If he was really forced to have to do some time, I don't know if he's built for that. So you'd have to see what happens.
Well, let me just move to the stuff that went viral with you, Lord Jamal. This is your stuff about Kamala Harris. Which, are you surprised about the amount of pickup that got?
A little bit, yeah. But not really, because I think people are a little shocked that someone like me, from a group brand Nubian that they feel is pro-black, why would I come out in support of Donald Trump or go against a Kamala Harris who they are trying to put up as a black woman, and I don't see him.
Well, let me. I'm going to play the first of all the Barack Obama clip, and then I'm going to play the clip that you said in response to it. Let's play the two.
And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses.
Oh, master.
I got a problem with that because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly now. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that.
What?
And now I want to play the clip from Lord Jamar talking about that.
Well, I feel that she's so bad that guess what? I might just go around and vote for Trump. And this is my first time saying this out loud. But y'all think you're going to shame somebody or bully into voting for this?
Word.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And now you're going to make me be Mr. Anti. You keep coming at me with this bullshit. You keep coming at me talking about, oh, it's a shame that you're not supporting a black woman. She's not black.
Now, Mark, let me ask you honestly, Mark, if this had been the other way round, if this had been... hang on, Jamal, Lord Jamal, I'll come to you in a sec. I just want to get their reaction to what we've just played because it's gone viral, as I said. But Mark, if it had been the other way around, if you had a former white president saying you've got to vote for Trump if you're white, you'd have gone absolutely nuts.
He's not lying. He is not lying. Had it been the other way around, we would not hear the end of it. You understand what I mean? The news, it would be on all the media outlets, soundbite heaven. You understand what I'm saying? you would not hear the end of this. This would go down in World Guinness Book of Records. I'm telling you. When it comes to Trump, it's like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe my ears right now. But when it's Kamala or, you know, Obama, it's okay to do it. Come on, we gotta change that.
So why is it okay for Barack Obama to order black people to vote for Kamala Harris?
He
given
definitely
how
did order.
unpopular she currently is, to the extent where Trump is ahead in 5 of the 7 swing states. Why should they?
So, a couple of things. First, no one should vote for anybody based on identity politics. You should never vote for somebody because
So Obama's
they're
wrong.
black, right? Yeah, Obama's wrong. I mean, I didn't vote for him.
I love that.
Oh, Obama's wrong. Yeah, Obama's wrong. Yeah. So
we all agree.
But no, we don't all agree though, because I don't think though. I think Obama's wrong for several reasons in that video. But Obama's not arguing that you should vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. He's arguing you should vote for them because you're black. In other words, she best represents your interests. If I were running right, and if I'm a Green Party member.
All right, no disrespect, right? But and you know, you gotta call it how you see it, right? She, again, no disrespect. Listen, you could be with whoever it is you want, but when you trying to tell me you're for me, and I don't see you doing for anyone that looks like me, as far as with your own personal life, then we got an issue right there. You understand? You're supposed to be pro-black. We're supposed to vote for you and be pro-black, huh? But again, no offense. Did you marry a black man? No, right? Okay. And I believe, allegedly, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys adopted 2 kids, right? Are they black? No. At least you could adopt 1 black kid. You could do, you could pull a Angelina Jolie at least, but no. You understand what I mean? Listen, people have their own 2 set of eyes. People have their own set of eyes and ears and a brain, and they're knowing how to use it now, all right? It's a new day and age.
Right?
That's not what he
Historically,
was
I haven't
saying.
voted Democrat.
He was playing the race card. He was playing a skin color card. He was saying
Facts.
if you are black, you have a duty to vote for the black candidate.
Yeah.
And not to mention, it said black voters for Kamala. What in the world was that right there?
Yes.
You don't.
Listen,
As Lord
again,
Jamal rightly
again,
said
listen to
in
what I'm
his
saying.
furious rant about it, why?
Hold on,
Why should
hold
he
on.
be told who to vote for?
Okay, first of all, Piers, again, you just said I'm bringing in the race card when the question you asked me was, should Obama be telling people
I
to vote
said
for people because
Obama
they're
played
black?
the race card, not you. I said Obama did.
Oh, then I misheard you. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. I misheard you. I'm wrong. You're right. So to the point, Obama is saying that black people. Again, I disagree with him, but let's disagree with him for the right reason. He's saying that as black people, vote your interest. Don't reject this person. As a black person, you should vote for the person that uplifts the black community. That's her. And don't let your patriarchy, don't let your hatred of women, don't let your this make you not do it. My issue with it is it frames black people and black men in particular as pathological and people who act against their interests and acts as if black men don't. Also, it's ahistorical. Black men actually do vote Democrat. I argue more than they should. So I think it's wrong for lots of reasons. I disagree with Jamar, though, my brother. Calling her, and again, I heard a bleep. I've been in the hood a long time. From that context, it sounded like you were calling her the B word. I couldn't see it, but I heard it. I'm not going to vote for that. Bleep. Sounded like the B word. I can't imagine a circumstance where we need to call her that. You know, in real life and in music, and there's just no reason for that. She doesn't deserve that any more than she deserves to be told that she's not qualified to.
Listen, I've heard worse words being spewed about Trump, so who cares? A bitch is a female dog, all right? Doesn't mean that's what she is. Let's be serious.
Run a Dunkin' Donuts. Those types of comments, I think, are unnecessary,
When
even
I feel
if you might agree
disrespected,
that black people shouldn't be sheep. How does she disrespect you?
By placating to me, by giving me word salads and all kind of nonsense, acting like she doesn't have to answer questions, being the artful dodger. That's very disrespectful.
You think she deserves to be called a B for that?
Well, listen, first of all, the platform I was on was a different kind of platform. We was, you know what I mean? It's a much looser platform. It's more hip hop orientated. And if she wants to get down, act like she's black, well,
she is black,
people get
man. She
called
is black.
niggas
That's the
and
other piece.
bitches.
I don't want to
She's
interrupt
not
Candace.
black.
I know Candace
She's
got
not
stuff to
black.
say. I want to hear
She's not
Candace.
black.
I'm sorry.
Well,
She is
first
black,
of all, let me
and you're
just
being
clear
and you're
two
being
things. She's not
particularly
black.
hypocritical, bro.
She's not
Bro, you've
black.
been real
Hang on.
hypocritical.
Let me clear two things up. First of all, Pierce, you had a guest on named VJ or something that said I never voted or something like that. I don't know where he pulled that out his ass from, but yes, I have
Badger
voted
hat, yeah.
before. I actually voted for Obama the first time around. I got caught in that nonsense. But also,
Thanks to Diddy.
that comment that you're showing me was not in response to what Obama said. I said that prior to Obama coming out trying to be the father of, black men and all this type of stuff.
Right.
Word.
But it was a good, it sounded like it went with it.
It did, yeah.
But
He came out like he was the emperor. You understand? The last dragon. Like, listen, you guys listen to me. What I tell you how to think, how to eat, how to breathe and sleep, you do as I say. That's what I got from that whole entire interview. Or should I say, from that speech.
yeah, but in response, listen, Barry, you're not our father, and we're not going to just you're not going to shake the
black
finger of condemnation at us and think that you're going to shame us into doing what you want. We're not, we're waking up as black people right now, and we're thinking for ourselves, and we're not just going along with the Democratic Party. First of all, I'm a registered independent, so don't act like I'm waving the Republican flag. But when it comes to leadership and all this type of thing, I don't see why we're trying to give this woman a promotion. She had one job, which was the border. She failed at that. They kept her in the background this whole time. I saw what they were going to do with her from the beginning, and I don't feel that she's the one. I'm sorry.
And by the way, you are absolutely.
No,
She didn't have
I
no,
know,
no,
Jamal,
that's
you
true,
are
though.
perfectly entitled. I want to bring in Candace, who's been waiting patiently. I mean, Candace, this whole sort of premise, and I'm glad Lord Jamal clarified he said that before Obama spoke, although his answer clearly would have been exactly the same. The response would have been the same, because it's all part of the same thing, which is this sort of weird thing, which frankly is quite racist. There's no other way to look at it. That that you should judge according to your skin color and feel a duty, a compulsion to do so,
Facts.
seems to me to be racist.
Yep.
It is
Because I guarantee you, if you would ask Obama what he meant by that, he's not going to say what Mark Lamont Hill just said. You understand? He just remixed it so that it sounds great to him.
fundamentally racist, and it's something that I think Black people are right to be upset about. And then there's also this. You are correct to say that there's nothing about Kamala Harris or Barack Obama, for being frank, that is Black. I covered this on my show yesterday, went through Barack Obama's history. There is something that is very cartoonish about them working to Blackify a politician before they run for office. And what I mean by that is, like, Barry Soetoro, first 8 years of his life grew up in Indonesia. Okay, then he was with his white mother and his Indonesian stepfather. He then went to Hawaii, which had a population of just 5,000 Black people. 86% of them were in the military, and attended a school that is $31,000 per year. And it was all white people. He was raised by his white grandparents, the Dunhams. He's never lied about this, by the way. He then went off to college and had a white dorm mate, dated a white woman. There's nothing about Barack Obama's history that gives him, in my viewpoint, like the stepping ground to be talking to the brothers about the Black American experience. If you've ever even been to Hawaii, it doesn't even feel like America. Genuinely, it feels like we took this country from an Asian country, took this state from an Asian country. And so when you realize that, and you see how right before they run, suddenly the story changes. They drop a book and they work to Blackify themselves. Obama didn't know his father, his Kenyan father, growing up, and now all of a sudden he wants to lean into this stereotype. To me, it feels like they're both wearing blackface. I can't sort through all of Kamala's various accents. There's so many of them.
She has too many accents. Not to mention, let's not forget, she says she cleans collard greens in the bathtub. Jamaicans eat callaloo. They don't really do collard greens like that. I mean, they eat collard greens, but they're into callaloo more than collard greens. So who you fooling out here? That's some southern thing, and you ain't from the South. You from California. What's really going on over here?
in front of a Latina crowd. Suddenly she's Selena, you know, and she's speaking like a Latina. And then she's in front of a Jamaican crowd and she's dropping Mon. You know, I can't deal with this. It is way too much Hollywood acting for me. Then she's got the black scent going and girl, what are you talking about? She's in front of a white crowd. She's speaking like a California Valley girl. I don't trust it. Yeah, I just do not trust somebody that slips that quickly through so many personalities. There was nothing about her upbringing, extraordinarily wealthy. Just she was sworn in Congress as an Indian American.
Yes.
Her mother is Indian. She grew up with an Indian experience.
And not to mention, earlier this year, you could have went to Siri or Alexa. You could ask it who was the first female American Indian senator, and it would say Kamala Harris. Then they changed it. When you asked the same question, they added black in it. I'm telling you, they are trying to blackify her. I'm not lying.
Was proud of that until she ran for office for president of the United States. And that is something that I am not comfortable with. I do not accept this narrative that she should be speaking about herself as a black woman. It's not okay, and I fully reject it.
Okay, Mark, I just want to play you a quick clip of Kamala Harris talking to Roland Martin, listing all the reasons Trump is dangerous for black people. I'll get your response.
He is not looking out for folks when he was a landlord and would not rent to black families, sued for it. When he took out a full-page ad in the New York Times against those 5 teenagers, black and Latino, who were innocent, saying they should be executed.
No neck rolling.
The Central Park 5. When you look at the first black president of the United States, and he had birther lines, and now you look at black immigrants, legal immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, and he gets on a debate stage and says they're eating their pets? Come on. This man is dangerous.
And my question, Mark, is simply this. If he's so dangerous to black people, why is it that his popularity is growing, particularly with black men, and Kamala Harris is falling from where it was with Joe Biden, who was white?
Because no one believes her at this point. Everyone can see right through her right now. This is the age of transparency. And everything is on the internet, so it's kind of hard to distance yourself from things that you have a major part to do with. So I don't know. At this point, I don't see her winning. If she does win, there's a master plan. And at the end of the day, even if Trump loses, I am not going to be out here throwing tantrums like people who are voting for Kamala. So let's be serious. Let's be real. Let's be diligent. See you guys on the next one.